Welcome everyone to Believing in Yourself as a Parent. My name is Shanae Grant and I'm one of your chat moderators. We are so glad to have you here today for Parent Empowerment Day.
Hello everyone. I hope you're enjoying Parent Empowerment Day so far. My name is Victor and I'm a proud member of the Board of Directors for Crystal Stairs. I'm happy to be introducing this workshop, Believing in Yourself as a Parent, brought to you by Yolande Beckles, founder and CEO of The Knowledge Shop, a nonprofit organization in South LA. She has been training students and their families for the last 30 years, and she has now created her own learning space where parents and students can learn together. They offer a number of products at the shop that meet the needs of the child, parent, or the whole family. This workshop will introduce parents to the personal power by using the 4 agreements. Be impeccable with your word, don't take anything personally, don't make assumptions, and always do your best. Let's all give her a warm virtual welcome.
Good afternoon, everybody. And welcome to Believing in Yourself as a Parent. Thank you so much to Crystal Stairs for inviting me to be a panelist with them on this 2-day amazing event. I love to be involved in anything that is about empowering our parents in our community with knowledge. This is a session that I normally do face-to-face. It's really hard to do the 4 agreements on Zoom, but I'm going to try my best to give you my best today. So what do I normally do? Well, I normally bring parents together for 4 sessions for 8 hours. And during those sessions, we cry, we laugh, we talk. So as much as you can today, can you give me what you can in the chat? So at least I can feel that we've got communication going 2-way, even though I can't feel you, touch you, see you. In the last session, they were really engaged. So you got to outdo group 1. They kept asking me lots of questions and wanted to hear my so-called words of wisdom as a parent. So let's start. I see I've shared my screen with you at my last session. Let's make sure I'm sharing the right program. There we go. From the beginning, not from the end. Okay, so believing in yourself as a parent. So something about me to start, and thank you for Amber for giving me that wonderful introduction. I think the most important thing about myself now is that I've been a mother. I'm now a mother of 5 children. When I arrived in Los Angeles in 2007, I was a mother of 2 children. I came with my son and daughter. My son at the time was 8 and my daughter was 13. And now in 2021, I'm a mother of 5. My partner who I met here had 2 children. He was a single father and I was a single mother. And he had a daughter and a son, and I had a daughter and a son. And then at the age of 50, I don't want you to get confused, I had another child who is now 9 years old today, Camille. So that's 3 things about myself. And of course, you can hear the final thing about myself is that I was born in London, England, even though my parents come from Trinidad. And we are originally, when we trace our ancestry, Nigerian. So that's 3 things about me. I'd like you to start by putting 3 things about yourself in the chat for me. So can you do that so I can find out some nice things about you too, while I'm telling you a little bit more about the Knowledge Shop. So the Knowledge Shop is what we call a STREAM enrichment center, and STREAM stands for science, technology, reading. You can see all the books behind me. We have 3,000 of them in the Knowledge Shop. Engineering, arts, and mathematics. And we offer day programs where we didn't start with day programs 5 years ago, but during the pandemic, many of our parents had to go to work. And so their children were left at home on Zoom trying to educate themselves. And we didn't think that was going to work, not for the kind of students that we were empowering as part of the village. So myself and my business partner next door, Dr. Michael Beatty, we opened up our 2 shops and we let our students come here, and we provided them with breakfast, lunch and supper 5 days a week from 8 in the morning till 7 p.m. And this is the first week we've only had a few of them in the shop because the doors have reopened and they're slowly going back to school. We also run an after school program from 2 till 7, which we're well known for in the community. And on Saturdays, I launched a teen club for my teenage girls who I felt some support in the village around role modeling and mentoring and maturing and going to college. Because in the knowledge shop, our brief is that we expect all our Black and brown children to have real high expectations. We expect that every child is going to college, every child is creating a career, or every child is becoming an entrepreneur, but every child has some form of a dream, and we're helping them to fulfill that dream. When I arrived in South Los Angeles 3 years ago, it was under the invitation of Dr. Michael Beatty, who felt that there was so many Black and brown children failing in mathematics that we needed to really focus some of our work around math. And so, you have a PhD professor who teaches your children maths at the knowledge shop. And we also, in the last couple of years, have been training parents in how they can work at home with their children in math. So thank you, Crystal Stairs, for involving me in I Am Enough. And I'm going to start my session with my first presentation of this amazing book that I love, that I read, that I try and follow all the way through, that's based on Don Miguel Ruiz, who is a wonderful Mexican who created this program and life-changing book in 1997. It's a practical self-help book, and I believe that it's not only transformed my life, excuse me, but it's also transformed the lives of many parents that I've trained in the book. So I want to introduce you to the 4 agreements. Be impeccable with your word. Don't take anything personal. Don't ever make assumptions, and always try and do your best. Like I said, this is an 8-hour program. We have lots of tears and laughter. Parents share very confidential stories. So it's a safe space when you come into the knowledge shop for this program. Whatever is said here is kept here. But when you leave at the end of your always do your best, you're transformed. And it's impacted so many of our children's lives once our parents have gone through this program. So I did ask, was there 3 things that parents wanted to share? I wanted to make sure my Shana knew that I was still here waiting for that. Do we have any to share, my dear?
Yes, we do. We've had so many great details and information about themselves. We have Sarah Martinez. She let us know that she's a mother of 4. She came to USA in 1990, and she's been a childcare provider for 21 years. We also have Valian Mekle, and she says that she has 3 children. Her husband has 3 children, and she loves popcorn on a Friday night.
Love it. Love it.
And one more, we have Victoria Hall. She's a widowed mother of 5. She loves all children, and she enjoys traveling.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for sharing those. And I hope as we go through, there'll be more time to share from many others. So let's start with the 4 agreements. This book is based on wisdom of the Toltecs, an indigenous people of Mexico who preceded the Aztecs. Don Miguel draws on the shamanic teachings and combines these with modern insights to provide us with a guide to freedom and well-being. They were based on the 4 pillars. And I'm going to show you a video to give you an insight into this book. And if you haven't ever read the book, you'll be very lucky that I'm giving away 3 copies of the book in English and Spanish at the end of the session. So please stay to the end. And you know, you can see more of these videos on YouTube, but I'm going to start by showing you a little bit of the story to give you some insight, and I hope the translators are able to follow us with that. So let's make sure you hear it this time.
What you are seeing and hearing right now is nothing but a dream. You're dreaming right now in this moment. You're dreaming with the brain awake. Before we were born, the humans before us created a big outside dream that we will call society's dream, or the dream of the planet. The dream of the planet includes all of society's rules, its beliefs, its laws, its religions, its different cultures and ways to be, its governments, schools, social events, and holidays. The outside dream has so many rules that when a new human is born, we hook the child's attention and introduce these rules into his or her mind. As children, we didn't have the opportunity to choose our beliefs, but we agreed with the information that was passed to us from the dream of the planet via other humans. I call this process the domestication of humans. We trust what we believe, and our beliefs set us up for suffering. In the dream of the planet, it is normal for humans to suffer, to live in fear, and to create emotional dramas. Our personal dream can also become an ongoing nightmare, where we suffer and live in a state of fear. But we don't need to dream a nightmare. It is possible to enjoy a pleasant dream. There are thousands of agreements you have made with yourself, with other people, with God, with society, with your parents, with your spouse, with your children. But the most important agreements are the ones you made with yourself. In these agreements, you tell yourself who you are, what you feel, what you believe, and how to behave. One single agreement is not such a problem, but we have many agreements that make us suffer, that make us fail in life. If you want to live a life of joy and fulfillment, you have to find the courage to break those agreements that are fear-based and claim your personal power. When we're finally ready to change our agreements, there are 4 very powerful agreements that will help us break those agreements that come from fear and deplete our energy. You need a very strong will in order to adopt the 4 agreements. But if you can begin to live your life with these agreements, the transformation in your life will be amazing.
So, if you believe that you can live these 4 agreements, you will begin to transform your life. Isn't that amazing? 4 simple statements. If you learn how to practice them every day, your life can change. And I just think that what's so wonderful about this book and this model is that it's coming from a people that we've become very close with. We live in their city, Los Angeles. We're surrounded by people of the Hispanic community, the Latino community, and this knowledge that comes from their own community, I've learned, and we're now sharing that together. So this is a very powerful teaching tool, and a lot of parents who get it go on to read the 5th Agreement and other works of Don Miguel. So go and watch those videos. They're on YouTube at any time. So let's start.